Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out and joining me. Today's talk is going to be on meditation. And as always, I'm not going to be before you for a long, long time, but I will be before you for a few minutes. We're going to talk all about meditation, what it is, how it can help you. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me Okay. I was trying to share it. Let me make sure that I am live also on Facebook. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here for joining me at this time as I talk and share on meditation. So let me get my notes because I have some. So the thing about meditation, I'm going to actually cover a few things. Meditation for me is life. Is one of the things that I have to do. Thank you for joining, Valeda. Thank you for joining, Melody. On TikTok, if you would tap the screen for me, I would appreciate it. But I'm going to talk all about meditation. And meditation is a technique that has been used for thousands of years to develop awareness of the present moment. So basically, what meditation is a tool to help you to be present in your life. And I'm going to share a little bit about how I use it and how I came upon using it. So, my grandmother, and I've told this story before, but if you haven't heard it, and I also probably need to introduce myself to those of you that don't know me. My name is Tammy Morrison. I am an intuitive healer. Um, I'm also a writer. I'm also an author. I'm also a creator. I'm all things. I'm a podcaster, so I do a lot of things, but meditation and energy work is my jam. And so, hey, Sky, thank you for joining. And so, what meditation is all about is it is the technique that we've used for thousands of years to help us to become present. And my grandmother actually taught me how to meditate years ago. I think I was like maybe a teenager, and she taught me how to meditate because I saw her doing it. And she didn't do it in the typical style that you see, like, cross-legged and, you know, the mudras and all that. No, she just laid on the bed. And I thought she was so peaceful at that time. And she was always peaceful anyway, though. But at that time, I could feel the peace on her. And so she taught me how to do it. And it involves practices that sharpen your focus and your attention, helps you to connect to your body and your breath, develop acceptance of difficult emotions, and even alter consciousness. It's also been shown to have physical and psychological benefits like stress reduction and improved immunity. So, what I feel like is meditation will help you in so many areas of your life. Now, um, some people think that meditation belongs to a particular discipline or a particular religious practice, but meditation is for all. It is not particularly to a particular practice. It's not. And so the thing of it is you want to find a way that works for you. So for me, I feel like when I meditate, best is lying down. So I meditate typically in the morning before I get out of bed. Before my feet hit the floor, I usually meditate. Whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, doesn't have to be a particular time frame because a lot of people will tell you that you have to meditate for an hour, and that is crock. I mean, if you can meditate for an hour, that's amazing. But many of us, and I'm including myself, cannot meditate, not consistently for an hour. I can't do it. I've tried. It's just not part of who I am. Now, I can meditate for, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I think I've meditated the longest at one particular sitting, maybe 30, 45 minutes. After that, because people talk about how they can't meditate because they can't shut their mind off. They think too much, they're always thinking, and that is me. So I can speak on that because my mind is always going. I actually just had this discussion with my husband this morning. And there are a lot of reasons that I can see, for that. However, I feel like, if you can learn to master this. And so a part of that is starting where you are. So if you have not meditated before, if this is the first time that you're meditating, you want to start with a minute or 5 minutes even. Because sometimes a minute goes by faster than what we think a lot of times. But, if you can set your timer and sit for 5 minutes, or what I recommend is finding a guided meditation on YouTube or on TikTok or wherever you can find them if you have those apps. I think Calm is one of those apps that you can find a meditation. Just put in 5-minute meditations, and you can find something, and you can sit down with it. And a part of it is making sure that you are in a space where you can meditate. So what I recommend you do is to connect with your breath. And what I mean by that is taking deep breaths. I take a deep breath, breathe in all the way down to your stomach, all the way down. So breathe all the way down, not a short, shallow breath, but a deep breath, like they tell you when you go to the doctor. And then I would breathe for 5. I do the 5, 5, 5. So I breathe for 5, breathe in for 5 seconds like this, and then hold it for 5 seconds, and then breathe out for 5 seconds. Some texts recommend that you breathe out longer than you breathe in. I think that's a great thing if you can do it. But if you can't do it, don't hold yourself to the fire, because what happens is you hold yourself to the fire for all these techniques and all these things that people say to do, and then you can't accomplish that because that's not your way. Then you give up and you say, "Oh, I can't meditate." So I've spoken to so many people that tell me they can't meditate. "Oh, I can't meditate. I can't meditate." The truth is, everybody can meditate. We can all meditate. It is all within us. It's just like the spiritual gifts. We all have them. Whether we all can psychically connect to people in different ways, that is a whole nother topic of another day. But we can all meditate. We can all connect with our breath. It is easy for all of us to do that. And so one of the things that I also do is I tell myself that it's easy. When I first started getting committed to this practice, I started telling myself that it is easy. It's easy. It's easy. It's not hard, because people really honestly try to make things difficult and hard for us. And that is really how it is in life. It's like, if you tell somebody your dream or something that you want to do, something that you feel like you can accomplish, then they tell you all the ways that you can't do it. Isn't that true? They tell you all the ways that you can't do it, or that nobody has done it. Now I'm here to tell you that if nobody has done it and it's in your mind to do, then it's for you to do. And meditation is one of those things that will help you to move forward with that as well. Because I often say that prayer is talking to God, and meditation is God talking to you. You know, I can say God, I say God, you can say universe, source, spirit, whatever you say. However, there are so many different types of meditations. I'm going to cover a couple here, not but a few, because there are lots of them. I mean, I'm looking at my notes and I have like 9 that I'm looking at right now, but there are so many different types of meditation, so many different types. And you can also do a walking meditation. Some people, and I'm one of those, do a meditation when you work out. So when I work out, I meditate. When I swim, I meditate. You know why? Because that is what I'm doing. I also meditate when I'm washing dishes. So when I'm washing dishes, usually that's the space that I'm in. I get in that space and I meditate. And I'm super, super excited about being able to do that. Now, this wasn't easy for me, and this wasn't something that happened, willy nilly. It wasn't like a quick thing and all that stuff. These are things that I have learned along the way on this journey of connecting to myself, to my breath, to who I am, to the deeper parts of me, to my own divinity. And so if that is the journey that you're on, I would invite you to join me. Join me on that journey. I have lots of videos on YouTube, lots of stuff on TikTok, Facebook even. different places. I have a group on Facebook called Awakening Your Intuition, where we believe in the transformative power of collective energy. So I would invite you to join me there. Check out my YouTube channel as well. Like I said, I have over 1,000 videos on there covering meditation, energy work. I have some healings, all kinds of stuff that you can find that will help you on that journey. So in meditation, one of the other things that I have begun to practice is mindful eating, where I pay attention to what I'm putting in my body, because I'm on this journey of wholeness, health, and healing. That, I want to live a long time, and I want to live healthy. I don't want to be, sick, and I don't want to, carry diseases or any of that kind of stuff. And so I have decided that mindful eating is something that I'm practicing. Mindful eating, which is focusing on, how the food feels in your body, how it feels going even in your mouth. Taking time to just immerse yourself in the pleasure of that experience instead of just shoveling food in your mouth, instead of just, eating and you don't even remember what you ate, that kind of stuff. And so to me, it's one of those things that actually will allow you to release weight easily. If that's something that you want to do, you can release weight. You can reflect as well. So it's all kinds of ways that you can do this. It's not that you just um, have to sit and, cross leg like a yogi or like a Buddha or whatever. It's not that. It's so many different ways to connect to yourself, to your soul, to you, and meditation is one of those ways. So let me talk a little bit about some of the different types of meditation. So I already talked about like a walking meditation, and that's if you can take a 5 or 10 minute walk, or you can just begin to, you know, um, like, okay. So like sometimes I will walk like just to the store. And when I'm walking to the store, thank you for the likes. When I'm walking to the store and things like that, then all of a sudden, I'll take myself to that place and I will just be. And that really is the central part of meditation. It's taking yourself to that place where you can be, where you are not thinking about everything, where you're not overwhelmed, where you're not feeling, that source of anxiety and depression. Because the thing is if you're like me, I carry a low level anxiety, and I've known that I've carried it for a long time. So I'm at this space where I am working on, really releasing that and also finding the source of it. And meditation has helped me to do that. So the times that I am able to meditate, which for me is a non-negotiable, I meditate every day. Typically before I get out of bed and before I go to sleep, I try to meditate. Now I'm going to share how I do the meditation before I go to sleep, because for me, it is a visualization meditation, and so with a visualization meditation, you just begin to visualize whatever it is that you desire, whatever is in your life that, is uh, maybe bothering you even. Maybe something that you desire. For me, it's something that I desire. I have some goals and some things that I'm working on and that I like to have in my life. And so I visualize that before I go to sleep. I just allow, and what I do is I take some deep breaths to connect, because that is how you connect the best, is by taking the deep breaths. And I talked about it earlier, the 5-5-5 method. So breathe in for 5 seconds, hold it for 5 seconds, and then breathe out for 5 seconds. And I'm not talking about that shallow shit that we do normally. I'm talking about a deep breath. Like when you go to the doctor. When you go to the doctor and they actually examine you, they tell you to take a deep breath. And so those are the type of breaths that you want to take. So you want to do that. And then you want to either move into, if you want to do a visualization meditation where you're visualizing, whatever you desire, wherever you want to be. So say you want to take a trip, you want to go on a cruise. You can actually visualize yourself on that cruise and feel yourself on the boat. Hear the sounds of the ocean. See the things that are going on the ship. all of these type of things. So you can take that and just really run with it and do that in meditation. And you will be surprised the manifestations that will happen for you. You can also do a progressive muscle relaxation meditation. Amazing. Amazing. It basically involves tightening and loosening of various muscles up and down your body. You could do it by squeezing and releasing large muscles of the body, either starting at the top of the head or the bottom of the feet. Now, I do this meditation as well, but it was not even something I knew that I was doing. I had no clue that I was doing that until I started doing the research. But it's just something that came to me intuitively because I am working on healing my body, various aspects of my body, and I'm working on healing it energetically because I know that our bodies can heal itself. Our bodies were designed to heal itself. And so our goal is to help it, to give it the space, give it the tools to be able to heal itself. So you can do that meditation. And to be honest with you, you can do some of these meditations simultaneously. So you can be visualizing and you can also be doing the progressive muscle relaxation meditation. You can be doing that at the same time. You can also be visualizing the muscles relaxing, the muscles tightening and relaxing, tightening and relaxing, tightening and relaxing. There's so many ways that you can treat your body with meditation. And it's such a fire thing to do. Now, I've created a series on TikTok on how to meditate. It is on my page. Matter of fact, I was supposed to put it on here, but I forgot. But it is on my page. Let me see if I can put it. I'm just sharing it out to some people. You guys share and tap the screen for me. I appreciate it. Let me see. Okay, I can add it. Okay, so I pinned it there. There it is. So that's my series on how to meditate. I talk about a lot of these things that I'm talking about now, but it's in 11 videos, so short videos, so you can digest it because that's what I like. I like these short videos so I can digest it. However, you can also meditate by doing something that is, um, what is the word? Something that you don't have to think of. I was trying to think of the word, but it's something that something monotonous. That's the word. Something monotonous. So if you do something and you just do it automatically, rote, kind of like breathing, that kind of thing, like washing dishes, ironing, folding clothes, washing clothes, all that kind of stuff, you can be meditating while you're doing that. So there's no excuse for not being able to meditate. No excuse. So I'm super, super excited just to share this because I know that it's going to help a lot of people. It's going to help a lot of people. And so, yeah. So don't get intimidated by the meditations. Don't get intimidated. That is one of the things I wanted to share as well. Because what happens a lot of times is we get intimidated, because we've heard or we've seen or we look on these apps and we see all the things, and the people, and they talk about this, that, and the third, and you have to do this and you have to do that and you have to do that. Well, that is not how energy works. There are no hard and fast rules of what you have to do because everybody is not made or built the same way. What I'm going to do and that I can do is not something that maybe you can do. Certain ways that I am is not how you are. For me, I know that I am neurodiverse. I also still work part time as a nurse. And, but this is my passion, being able to help people in this way, to be able to connect to their body, to heal their bodies, to connect to their soul and do their soul purpose and their mission. This is what lights me up and this is what makes me happy. And so I try to meditate, you know, Well, I don't try. I meditate every day. Sometimes more than 2 times in a day. Like I said, I meditate before I lay down to go to sleep and before I get out of the bed. I meditate. And sometimes in the middle of the day. Sometimes while washing dishes. I always talk about that because that is one of my ways that I meditate, by washing dishes. And sometimes I do it the old-fashioned way, like with my hands and not in the dishwasher. But there are so many ways. Another way is you can meditate in the shower. I wonder if anybody has thought of that. You can meditate in the shower. So as you are in the shower, take that time, because for one thing, water amplifies meditation anyway. Take that time to meditate while you're in that shower. Um, Sometimes I meditate singing. Sometimes I do singing meditations. Now, that's not something that I have found that anybody has talked about, but that's something that I do. I do singing meditations. I'll sing, I'll start singing, and it'll put me in that state. And so, really, what meditation is when it puts you in that state of being present with yourself. And so, for me, that is one of the things that does it. I will do that, and sometimes in the shower. But it's just a way to connect to the source, a way to connect to God, to the universe, to your higher self, to the spirit world. And so when you do that, it is going to amplify your life. That is why I talk about meditation so much, because I can feel the difference and see the difference that it made in my life, you know. And I want to also share about focus meditation. So, focus meditation is all about zeroing in on the details of something so much so that you don't see anything else. And that is probably one of the meditations that people talk about the most, is the focus meditation. That's probably the one when you hear about meditating, and the first thing people say is, "Oh, I can't meditate. I can't meditate," because that's what they're thinking of. But I'm telling you, you can meditate sweeping the floor. You can start your focus meditation by doing something as simple as looking at a candle. Sit comfortably in front of it. Sit comfortably in front of it. And as you breathe in and out, notice how the flame flickers, or how the flame is made of several different colors. Focus on the smells, the sounds, and the experience, what it's like to immerse yourself in the candle. This kind of practice helps you to deepen your focus while you hold your attention. You might be surprised at how effective a meditation like this can be. And I'm telling you, you might really be surprised about how this will transform and change your life. Now, I know that there are probably many people watching me that do meditate. And I want to thank you and commend you, because I do believe also that meditation practices will change this world if we would just begin to teach meditation to our children. Now, I did a yes, thank you, Dr. James. I did a interview with a young lady, and one of the things that I asked all my guests is, if there was something in the world that you could change, what would that be? If there's something in the world that you could change, what would that be? And so what she said was, she would change that we would teach the children to be mindful. Teach the children how to meditate and how to use their gifts and stuff like that, so that they can exactly so that they could be more mindful, so that this world can be people can be in a better space, so that they don't have to come back around to it. Because what happens is, up until the age of about 7, children are so intuitive and they're so gifted, and they actually can do this practice because they've been doing it with some children in, like, some Montessori schools. I know a lot of them do it because my children actually went. And so if we can continue that with the kids, then we can actually change this planet and change this world. We can help all of these things that are happening, around us, the wars, and the divisiveness, and even the racism and all of that. Because mindfulness will help you to get to that space where you are also connecting not only with yourself, with God, with the universe, with source, but you're also connecting with others. You're connecting with others because it puts you on a plane. So, thank you on TikTok for tapping that screen for me. But there are different breathing practices that will help you as well with mindfulness and with meditation. So, find your space and your place of peace. Now, I talked about walking meditations, movement meditations, which let me look at my notes. So, movement meditations and walking meditations are typically about the same because, like I shared earlier, I meditate when I'm working out. So, like when I go to the gym, or even when I work out at home, or if I go for a walk, any of those things, I meditate. I take my attention off of whatever else is going on and turn it inward. There are also mantra meditations that you can do. So you can actually create a mantra, you can find one, you can say one, whatever type of things work for you, because we all have things that we say. Like I do that with my affirmations as well. I get in this particular space and I say that with my affirmations. Now, what I would recommend if you are beginning a meditation practice is that you do 21 breaths. I know it seems like a lot, but 21 breaths will get you to that space where you will really begin to shut out the outside world and begin to really focus inside. And, because what people tell you a lot of times is shut off your mind, but that is not possible. You can't shut off your mind. What you can do is you can just not focus on it. You can allow the thoughts to come, but just allow them to come and go, because they'll come. And as long as you don't pick them up, it doesn't matter. You just keep them rolling, just keep them flowing, keep them flowing, keep them flowing, keep them flowing. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody in America. I forgot about that. But there are so many different meditations. Christian meditations. You can meditate on Christ. If that is something that helps you, you can meditate on Christ. Now, with me, I meditate with Christ because I bring Jesus into all of my meditations and all of the work that I do, really. Guided meditations are another source, another thing that you can do, especially if it's something that's new for you. And I said earlier, you can do 5-minute meditations. There are 10-minute meditations. There's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you feel like you can do. And if it was me, when I started with 5-minute meditations. And I felt like I was doing something. I felt like I had accomplished something when I did that 5-minute meditation without thinking about what was I going to fix for dinner. What was I gonna, what did I need to do? What was on my to-do list? How was I rolling? All that stuff. And I wasn't thinking about any of that. And I did that 5-minute meditation, and that was like, woo! It opened the door. So you can do that. There's transcendental meditation. There are, oh my God, spiritual meditations. I talked about the Jewish Kabbalistic practices. That is another type of meditation. The types of spiritual meditations are as diverse as the type of religious practices that they have in the world. And good luck, I'm not going to even try to address that because there are so many practices. When you think you've known them, you know them all, there are more that pop up. Different people start stuff based on a word, all kinds of stuff. I'm not going to get into that today. However, I think that this probably was enough to help you to see that meditation is so crucial and so amazing. It's such an awesome practice. And so, this is one of the reasons why I decided to talk about this, because I know I've had so many people that I've talked to, and I say, they tell me what's going on with them, and I say, did you meditate or do you meditate? Do you connect with your breath? Is it something that you feel like you can put into practice? I do guided meditations as well, and I have some on my YouTube channel. I'm actually also in the process of creating some more because I have some ideas about some meditations, some journeys. Sometimes they're called journeys, or some people call them meditation journeys, because really that's what it is. You are walking through a space. You can also do a wooded trail meditation, and that is one I actually like that one. My favorite though is an ocean meditation, just because I'm a water girl. I love the water. I love the beach. I love the ocean. I love lakes, ponds, rivers, all of that. I love just being near the water. Water girl. I'm from Savannah, Georgia. I'm from the water. That was my life. I love the water. But the wooded trail meditation is another one that, and the thing is this is all done by intention, all done by imagination. So you allow your imagination to be your guide. And I know that sometimes that can be challenging, just because, again, they have forced the imagination out of us after we left about 7 years old, or so. They forced the meditation out of us. If you didn't have anybody that encouraged that, somebody that guided that, somebody that showed you that meditation was good, and imagination was good. They told you that your imaginary friends weren't real, and dashed your thought, dashed your hopes and your dreams, all of that stuff. And so they've shut down our imagination. And so as we begin to open it up and we begin to see that we can use our imagination to take us places. And that is so true in meditation. So the wooded trail meditation is, you simply, matter of fact, let's do about 30 seconds of it. So if you have a minute and you are available and you're not working, operating heavy machinery or anything like that, take a deep breath. Let's do the 5-5-5. So breathe in for 5, hold it for 5, and breathe out for 5. I'm going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then take another one. Hold it. And then breathe out. One more. Hold it. Breathe out. And then I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to simply imagine yourself walking in the forest or along some kind of wooded trail. Smell the aroma of the trees and leaves and touch the bark. Notice the crunching sound of your feet as you walk. Immerse yourself in the environment and sit down on a log and see what you sense or feel. How does it feel to you? Imagine the little animals crowding around you, chirping, the birds chirping, the animals, the crows crowing, the animals doing what they do. Just imagine, and imagine the peace that you feel coming all the way up from Mother Earth, all the way through your feet, all the way through your entire body, up through the crown of your head and out to Christ consciousness. Just imagine that and feel that peace that exists even in this moment. In this moment. And then I want you just to walk back. Take that trail and just walk back to where you started. Hearing all the hears, seeing all the things, and smelling all the smells. Smell the bark, the aroma. Smell if somebody was burning in the forest. Just take a moment and just smell it. And then allow yourself to come back to where you started. Wiggle your hands, wiggle your feet. Take a deep breath. And open your eyes when you're ready. So that was just an example of the short meditation that I just created for you. You can actually do that for yourself. You can create meditations for yourself. You can go on YouTube and find some guided ones. You can go find some people doing them on TikTok, which is one of the things that I'm going to start doing because I enjoy that so much, and I know how helpful it can be. So if that's something that lights you up, then you might want to grab my How to Meditate series on TikTok, and follow me. Continue to follow me. I appreciate it. Thank you for tapping the screen. I thank you to my tappers. I thank you to those gifters, all of that. I thank you for those subscribers. So you can also subscribe to my channel. This way you get notified when I go live and all of these things. And you also get um, a free subscriber only meditation, because that's something that I am wanting to do. And on Facebook, you can send me stars. So thank you so much. But I want to talk even about, you can also do like a campfire visualization. A campfire visualization is a great way to release stress and anxiety. And like I said, so many of us carry it without even realizing it. It took me a long time to realize that I carried a low level anxiety. So, like, I am pretty much carrying that low level anxiety unless I work on it. And so, this is one of the things that brought me to consistent meditation, because I know that that helps. And I know that it's something that is easy to do. And guess what else, y'all? It's free 99. It's free. You can meditate for free. You can turn on YouTube and meditate for free. You can find it on the Calm app, and I think Gaia has some stuff if you have that. So it's different places that you can find that. So with the campfire meditation, you imagine yourself sitting by a campfire and immerse yourself in the colors of the flames and the warmth of the environment. Notice what's around you and take the time to sit and reflect. Now, did y'all hear how I just gave you a wooded trail meditation? I took you on that journey, and then I shared with you the campfire visualization. Now, the commonalities or the similarities of those meditations is that you are noticing what is around you and you're taking the time to reflect, and you're hearing what's going on in your environment. Now, this is an environment that you are not physically in, but you are there inside. You're there in your heart and in your mind. And so this is what meditation essentially is taking you to that space where you can notice what is around you. You can be present. Present. Because so many of us are not present. That is why we are in a great awakening. Because there's so many of us that are not present. Notice what's around you. Take the time to sit and reflect. Also, another one that I really enjoy also is the clean room visualization. So, sitting in an organized space can also be very healing. Sometimes the clutter in our lives is what distracts us. Sometimes it's clutter why we can't meditate. Sometimes, and I'm going to say that again, sometimes it's clutter why we can't meditate, because you have so many things in your mind. Sometimes it's the clutter in your mind, not just the clutter in your room or your house, not just the physical clutter, but it's the clutter in your mind that keeps you from meditating. It serves as a distraction in our lives. So imagine yourself sitting in a clean, restful space and notice how that makes you feel. I don't know about y'all, but that makes me feel real good. And I do this visualization all the time. So as you're listening, you're probably hearing some things that resonate with you, some things that feel good to you, some things that will move the needle for you. And then you can actually do and create your own visualizations, because maybe you're a person that likes to be in the mountains, and I like the mountains, but that's not like when I go out there, it is peaceful, but that I'm not like a hiker or anything like that, because yeah, I'm just not. but but if that's what moves you, if the mountains is the space that moves you, then go there. And if you can't go there physically, go there in your mind. Take yourself there. Take yourself there. It's so easy, y'all. It's easy. And one of the things you want to tell yourself is that it's easy. Tell yourself that is easy. Because a lot of times it's not easy to us because we tell ourselves that it's hard. And it's not hard. It is easy. It is so easy, you know. But once you get yourself in that space where you're telling yourself that it's easy, and I'm telling you that it is okay to talk to yourself, because the thing of it is if you talk to yourself, then you stop other people from talking in your ear about stuff, because people, you tell people what you dream about and they'll discourage you, because that's what people do. And it's okay. So you want to keep some stuff close to your heart, and you want to put it in so that you can meditate on it, so that you can get the answers that you require, that you seek, so that you can take yourself to that space where you're not always carrying that anxiety and that stress, or you're not depressed. Because I'm telling you, that will come on you so easily and you won't even realize that it's hit you, you know? So I want to share 10 benefits of meditation. And I've shared some already through this live, but I want to just go over the list. There's a list. There's more benefits, of course, but these are some that I came across in my research. So again, eases anxiety and depression, bolsters self-confidence, reduces stress, reduces inflammation. Okay. My phone just died. Okay, that's another day's journey. Reduces inflammation, improves sleep, improves brain health, can help curb addiction, eases pain, increases awareness, sense of calm, clarity in vision, compassion, and focus, helps deal with depression, stress, and anxiety. So, those are some of the things, the benefits of meditation. And that was just a little bit on how to meditate. And I wanted to just really be able to help you to be able to step into this space and stop saying, I can't meditate, and just really begin to. And I hate the word try, so I'm not going to say try. Just begin to do it. Just do it. Nike got it right. Just do it. Just do it. Don't complain about it. Don't worry about it. If you can't make 5 minutes, just do it again. Do it again. And do it again, and do it again, and do it again. And set your intention to be able to do this. Set your intention to be able to do this work, because it is work, just FYI. But again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you got something out of this. I hope that this helped you in any way. If you have any questions, I would love it if you reach out to me. Also, I have a series on TikTok, How to Meditate. It's, I think, 11 videos, and it's $4.99. So you can go over to TikTok to my page, Intuitive Tammy, and grab that series. So, trying to think, there's something else I wanted to say. Oh, and if you are looking for help, you can also reach out to me. You can message me on any of these platforms, Facebook, Instagram, even. What is the other one? TikTok. I'm even on LinkedIn. I don't do LinkedIn very often, but I'm on there. So you can message me on any of those platforms if you would like to talk about it and have a session, or if you're having trouble meditating, even I can help you with that. If you have some things going on in your life and you would like to have some guidance, reach out to me. I have some plans that you can do. I have something for everyone. And then also you can go to my YouTube channel and watch some videos and help me monetize over there, because there are so many videos. Probably the questions that you have, you will find a video over there for it. Also, you can look on TikTok. There's lots of videos on there as well. So again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate your attention, and I appreciate your support. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, night, or weekend. Bye now. And happy Valentine's to all of you Valentines for Single People's Awareness Day. Bye now.